Hey, Rudy, good to see you. Oh boy, yeah, I can only imagine when I graduated from college, I strapped a snow shovel to the top of my car and drove south until somebody asked me what it was. I uh, I can't handle winters anymore, so I can only imagine. But I will say, I mean, I expected it's only the end of February. I don't know. I would have expected y'all's winters to last a little while longer, but I'm sure when you were a kid, your winters lasted longer, just like they did for me. But nowadays they're getting shorter. Well, that's always a bonus. Once things get down that cold, bad things start happening. Down here more than most, because we don't have the infrastructure to be able to deal with it. When we get freezing temperatures, the whole city shuts down, and when we get snow, the whole, it turns into a ghost town because we don't have, ice machines and snow plows to get snow off the roads and all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of crazy for a city of 4 million people to watch how we react to cold weather. When I was a kid, I was driving in it, trudging to school in it, and everything else my entire life, and I kind of laugh at it, but yeah, down here it's kind of crazy. I haven't seen real snow in a long time, like a foot of snow. I haven't seen that in 30 years. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for me, what's amusing is listening to all the doomsday scenarios that people talk about when we get a forecast that says it's going to be below freezing or that we might get snow. That's what's funny to me. When it actually happens, it's not so funny. because, people are, we lose water pressure and people have to boil water, they lose power and that sort of stuff. So that part isn't, but the lead up to it, when I see people stocking up on spaghetti and all this other all this, it's like they're prepping for nuclear war. That is hilarious to me. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 8 of our Solasta Crown of the Magister Palace of Ice DLC gameplay series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on the journey today. So, admin notes. We have 2 weeks until Solasta 2 Early Access drops on Thursday, March 12th. Today, we're going to be finishing up the Eastern Clans questline, and we're going to be able to head back to White Rock City and start toward the Guardian, but I'm not entirely sure if we're going to finish up next week or not. If we do not, then we're going to have a special live stream on Wednesday evening, probably starting at 5 or 6 p.m. Central Standard Time to finish up this live stream series before the start of Solasta 2 Early Access, because we definitely want to get into that the Saturday after it drops so that we can start those playthroughs. And so we'll kind of do everything we can to get this one finished up if we cannot finish it between this week and next week. So pay attention to any notifications that I put out about it, and we'll see what we can do to get this finished up and then seamlessly move into that one. So on another admin note, tomorrow we're going to be doing kind of a one-off live stream. I was invited to a closed play test by the developers for a game called Warhounds. I played it. It's okay. I like it. We'll wait and see how it develops throughout its QA and playtest cycles here. But it has now also gone into a demo. And tomorrow I'm going to be playing that through that demo on a live stream. And I'm going to put up a notification about it on the post tab and about social media today concerning it. And I'll put up a note about it on the About tab to indicate the times and that sort of stuff. But it's going to be from 10 to 1 tomorrow, and we'll get a look at a new game. It's kind of a spiritual successor to XCOM. It's a lot of XCOM play styles and setups and that sort of stuff. So it should be something we're familiar with. But we'll go through that tomorrow, and I'll talk more about it then. So on our recap, last week we finished up on the Western clans, and we moved over to the Eastern clans to the Gallivan border. And we started off by getting into a fight because the camp that we're at is being invaded by Gallivan forces. So we're going to jump in here and we're going to continue on with that and see if we can finish up some of the fights here, because we have at least a couple left here that we need to finish off. Okay, so we're going to go into cautious mode as we move up here to the north. And you can see that we have another confrontation that's going to be happening up here. So we're kind of just taking our time, moving up here slowly. Because we don't have to charge into these fights. There's no time limit on them or anything like that. Okay, so we've got a human soldier down here. Okay, and I just want to look through this.
The beacon will call up reinforcement.
Okay, so here's our Gallivan trooper. Okay, and we can see some of the others. I don't know if I can get up there or not. I think I can. Okay, so we have Archer, Trooper. There's the Cleric. That's who I wanted to see. Okay, and there is the Archmage. No, and I rolled. Poorly. But I should be okay. The Archmage rolled even worse. Let's see where our invocations are before we do this. So, Repelling Blast is on. And I'm getting Fiery Blast. That should be fine. Okay. That'll end him. So now we're going to be focusing on the Archmage here. Let's see how far this crossbow will reach. I think that's going to be able to get what do we have for bolts? Corrosive bolts. Yes, those are fine. Oh, that was nice. Okay, so now they've got reinforcements. So they got a Shadowcaster and another Archmage that are coming in. And can't remember where they come in from. I don't think it's here. It might be though. I honestly can't remember. so the Shadowcaster went invisible, so they are way in the back. Ooh, greater invisibility. That's nice. Kill there too? Wow, I'm just racking these up. He must be down there. There's the Archmage. Where are we with our bolts, or with our arrows here? Let's try and paralyze here. Okay, so he's now paralyzed. And the Shadowcaster is here. And he failed as well. So they're both paralyzed now. And I kept my stealth. Now we're just going to get in position where when they come up over that barrier there, we'll be ready for them. They're worthless. Can't see him from there. I think I'll just ready a ranged attack here. I'll just ready up a cantrip. Okay, so now I need to keep working on these two. So the Archmage is still paralyzed. They're both still paralyzed, actually. That's perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to flurry of blows. And I would actually enough. I'd prefer that y'all not go down there, but just don't understand the concept of a choke point. We've got a really nice choke point here. Why not let them come to us? So we should be able to target this guy. Ready at the ranged attack. Just ready a cantrip here. I don't think they're gonna be able to move any further or any farther. That'll end that. This should end it. Unless he attacks the trooper up top up there. Yep, he did. Of course. Tactically not smart. Alright, so we'll move out here. Do a little looting. Don't need to be. She stayed cautious. Wow, a lot of people stayed cautious throughout that entire thing. Okay, so Sharon can't loot anything else. Oh, that's all right. We'll bring everybody out here. Pick up this loot and we will go deal with the final attack. Scroll of Fireball. And here's our special loot. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we got some decent arrows. And that's really about it. These are... oh, there's a crate over here. Right. And yes. But up here. Just walk up that wall. Another scroll of Fireball. That's amazing. And we did get another item here. So, periaptor proof against poison. Exactly what it sounds like. You do have to attune to it, but you're immune to all poison damage. That can be quite useful here in a little bit. Not so much right this second, though. I don't think I have to worry about anything down here, but I'm not gonna take a chance. I think I know what happens here. So let's approach this from over here. Okay, so we'll head into this last section here.
The beacon will call up reinforcements.
And you need to stop. I don't know why this bridge is not traversable for her, or this jump is not traversable for her when she's flying. I have no idea why that is. But I don't want her going around this way. You'll see why that is here in a second. Okay, and this is why. So, we have a frost giant here. I'm gonna see if I can get everybody up here. Okay, I think I can. And to see who they're being... what happened there? Okay, the real one to worry about to start is obviously the frost giant. It's just the archer. Yeah. That crossbow does so much damage. I think I can get a kill here.
We need to light the beacon.
Okay. So now they're going to get reinforcements, and we're going to have a cleric. So we've got 2 clerics, or no, we got a corporal out there, and the rest is just archers. So the cleric is the only one that I'm concerned about. If you guys can hit anything, you can watch my flank a little bit. Maybe. they're gonna be coming around from up here. And the rest of the reinforcements are going to be coming from down here. This is what I thought when I was looking at this area and traversing this area, is the rest of the reinforcements are going to be coming from down here. But I have shots on them from up here. So I don't care about the troopers as much. Shadow dagger, don't see that very often. Don't know if I have the range. Oh yeah, I probably do. Nope, I don't. So I can't get malediction, but these will all hit. Okay, so it looks like it's just him. I can range, just not close enough. Gets rid of him. Where's he at? So he's coming up in the order next. We'll get rid of him. entirely sure where dim light is going to be here. Looks like I still got... Remember, I'm Shadows of Darkness here, so I don't want to get into bright light. Let's see what the corporal does here. Okay, good. He's coming around here to climb up towards me. Yeah, good job. We have shots on, if anybody. Nice. Okay, so this is gonna hurt. Finish him off here. Okay, and this should be the last set of reinforcements, I think. Because now they're going to get a druid that comes in. And he's right here. So let's see. I don't think Malediction is going to reach that far, but I don't know as if we're going to need it. Oh, and a crit. Yeah. Didn't need that. Go up there, I'm definitely going to be in bright light. Unless I can do this. Okay, flurry of blows won't cost me any points. understand it. We'll just get some damage here. Not too worried about these guys. You don't get any achievements or anything for saving all of these guys. But I am going to do my best. Don't think there's a lot you can do with that darkness there. So let's do this. We need to get rid of these archers. So let's get Sharon on the move here. Had to roll pretty high. Oh, we must have... We did horrible against the one that we had malediction on. Nice job. Probably gonna get killed. Move the darkness down here. Him from there. so let's turn around. Get some damage here. Good end him. Perfect. And ends him. And this will end the fight. Alright, so we did manage to save everybody. Okay, so let's go loot some of this stuff. Gravity Fisher, nice. Whoops. Okay, and I think our special loot is here. Death Ward. Whoops. You can learn more about the fight, the damage that's happened here during the siege. Actually, I think our special loot might be here. Go get the Gallivan Corporal's loot. Okay, and we're going to pick up 3 copies of this Court of Knives thing here. So the Court of Knives, if you read it, it's basically a letter talking about the history of why this is happening. You learn that Edward Strongheart has vanished after another vocal confrontation with his father, and you learn that the Queen and her entourage have not been seen at court for weeks. Okay, and his new advisors support Jornalis, but have been controlling access to his presence. So it seems like there's something strange going on at the Gallivan court, and we're going to learn more about that later on. There's an achievement associated with that. And this is our special loot here. I want to always save. There's always a chance I roll that nat 1. Okay. And we have some crafting ingredients that we can loot around here. There's a chest down there and a weapons rack that we're going to deal with. These are just crafting ingredients. Okay, and if you look, we've repelled the other two optional attacks, and now we just need to light the beacon. Once we do this... Now, what you can do is you can actually run up there and light the beacon, and you'll get reinforcements that will spawn during the fight down here. I just didn't need to do any of that, so didn't really worry about it. And let's just fast travel here. And we'll go search a few things here before we head back and talk to General Blunt. Okay, so primed longbow. Don't know if you can walk past her or not. Yeah.
Thank you, my friends. I'm not sure we could have repelled Gallivan's troops without your help.
You know we're not here to fight a war.
I know. The Pact of the Claw. I intend to honor the word of my ancestors, but we're facing a more immediate danger. The other clans make no effort at all to support us, except the Kaskine and Vartmakind. So tell me, what's in the Pact for me apart from a loss of time on the road?
That's the whole point. There is a great threat looming if the pact is not renewed. Demons.
What? I already have my hands full. We have fanatical enemies, Sorak assassins, even giants, all attacking our front line almost every day. And now demons? It may not be your war, but if you want my support, you'll help me win it. Take a rest. We'll talk soon. I'll be on the wall.
Win a war? Really?
Maybe we can just win a battle or two. You know, change the tide.
So she's interested really in using us to help her fight her war for her. Hill giant strength. And another chest here, I think. Have we looted that one? No, we haven't. Okay, nothing really special. You can click on their banner, learn some more about them. And what we really have to do now is to take a long rest. We'll go ahead and do that. Actually, let me see what faction this is. Okay, yeah. So we don't want to do anything with them yet. We'll take our long rest, get all of our spell slots back and abilities back. Then we're going to head out on the next mission for General Blunt. Okay, so now we need to talk to the General. She's back over here at the outpost. I can't remember what's up here. I don't think there's much of... Oh, yeah, Captain Ashdown's up here. Right, forgot about that little part. Okay, as you listen to people here, you're going to find out a little more about what's happening here in the camp. And there's kind of a division between Captain Ashdown and General Blunt.
Well done out there. You lived up to your reputation.
Let's see.
Don't mention it, Captain.
What do you suggest? Change of command? So yeah, everybody's sitting here talking about whether or not they want to stick with General Blunt in command or not. And we're going to get stuck right in the middle of that, unfortunately. Yeah, see, for some reason, this little thing here, we always have to go around.
Here you are. Did you think about my offer?
Is there any way to reassure you about the situation on the front? So you would agree to take a few days for the vote?
Actually, there might be. I had an operation in mind, but it's risky. Some would say it's suicide. And yet, for a powerful group of heroes...
Spare us the soft soap, General. We know what we're worth.
Fine. There is a place, a ruin, but well placed on high ground. Glendale Castle. It's in enemy hands. For now.
Now I understand why you call this insanely risky.
A food convoy is headed there as we speak. Taking it right out from under the enemy's nose would deal a massive blow to their morale. If we succeed, Glendale Castle will be vulnerable to a direct attack. Meanwhile, I'll lead an attack on some enemy reinforcements approaching from the south. Strike true, my friends.
Strike true, General.
Okay, so again, she wants us to basically fight her battles for her. And it's up here at this end. Yes. So we're going to head out and we're going to head to a new location here. And that location is Bald Hill. It's really close. Okay, so we're going to get into a fight pretty quickly here.
Warm clothes, she said. Something's off.
We should be cautious from now on.
And for some reason, the pause didn't happen. So we're going to get attacked here by some tundra tigers, polar bear, and a couple of snow bullets are out here as well. Now the snow bullets are not nice. We've seen them before. Definitely need to get darkness out here. I'm going to... Let's see if I can stunning strike one of these. I don't think I can. Their constitution's pretty high.
Good.
He failed. Beauty. Okay, so let's focus on the other bullet.
I trained hard for this.
Get Sharon off the ground here.
Too slow.
It's got 9 left. That's not enough. Let's... It's not enough. There it is.
One foe down.
All right. So we'll take that. They're all gonna dash in here real close. That might proc sentinel. Oh, I don't have any weapon out. Okay, these guys are going to quickly learn the power of a bard here. The snow bullet is still stunned.
You have them now.
So the stun was refreshed. That gets me back in the darkness. And now we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Ooh, look at all the damage. Steel Wind Strike is so awesome when you have enemies that are grouped up around you and they're all within range. So the bullet's got 5 hit points left. He's still stunned, so it's not going to matter, but my proficiency bonus is 5, I think. Yeah, so half of it's 3, so it's not going to be enough to kill, but it'll kill it on its next turn, even if I don't attack it. Yep, there's the first 3. So at the start of its next turn, it's dead. What's the polar bear at? 37.
Another victim.
That. Good end in there. Then we can move up.
Coming.
Get another kill there. Disadvantage is so strong. It's just so strong.
Nice move.
Alright, the bullets didn't even get off a special attack or anything. So that worked out really well. And we leveled up. So all in all, that was really good. Okay, now we do need to... clear up some space in the inventory here. Because we do have another fight here that we're going to have to get into. And there are two ways to approach this fight. If you want to go up the stairs, you can, but you're going to get dropped into a fight. And you'll see that as I start moving that way. And I'm just going to go scout a little bit. Okay, we've seen this terrain before, right? And here's the convoy encampment, and we have a choice: either attack the convoy or parley. Okay, now if you attack the convoy, there are prisoners here in this convoy, and they will start attacking those prisoners. So you don't want to do that. I'm going to drop a save here. Oops. I'm gonna come around this way. Once you get here, you'll see that they're green. Okay, and there's an officer in here that you can talk with. There are more enemies up top here. Okay, so if you are going to prosecute this fight, you kind of need to split your forces. What I like doing is bringing Sharon up here. She'll launch two, or split her repelling blasts on her Elder's Blast here on the Druid and the Shadowcaster. That will push them both off the cliff and they'll die of fall damage. And that's a good way to start this off if you're going to have the fight.
Halt! Friend or foe?
We're not here to fight you.
What do you want then? You're not from the Snow Alliance. I can see that.
Still, your prisoners will freeze to death in those cages.
They're enemy combatants. Their health is not our problem. So what do you want?
And I failed the insight check. Okay, so now... I'm not entirely sure. I think surrender or die gets me into a fight. I think the only way to parlay out of this is if I pass that insight check. I can't remember. Actually, we'll just try it and see. I've got a save here.
We want you to surrender immediately. Refuse, and you'll die.
Even with a 2,
You're right. I knew this mission was
I
doomed.
passed that. Even
Thank
with
you.
rolling a
We'll walk
2,
back to Valkarakopan.
I passed
better
that
already.
intimidation check. That's... That was impressive. That was really impressive. Okay, so the prisoners are now free. And we'll get a conversation about that.
Gods, that feels so good.
Okay, I think that's everything down here. There's just a crafting ingredient, but there is something upstairs that we want to get. Okay, now we're going to head back down, and we're going to take a long rest here because we can.
I feel better already.
And we're going to level up. Again, because we can.
Thank you. We'll walk back to Valkarakopan.
Alright, so let's see what this level up's going to entail. Because now we're going from 17 to 18, and 18 is a big level. Okay, so we're now Bard 11. So we're going to get an additional feat here. Okay, and for this, we have a few things that we can focus on. However... So we have Blade Mastery, Defensive Duelist. Okay. So Sentinel here would allow me to do the exact same thing that my Paladin is doing. And what this would allow me to do is that if my Paladin and my Monk are standing side by side, it does not matter who gets attacked. Somebody's going to be able to get an attack action out of it. So Sentinel is a really good choice here. Something like Medium Armor Master as well would grant me an additional armor class boost. Because my dexterity is 18, I'm capped at a +2 bonus on my armor class. This would get me up to 28, because that +2 dex on there would go to a +3. But I think the better option is Sentinel here. Okay, we're not going to unlearn any spells. For our Paladin, straight up level 10 for our Paladin. And that's going to unlock Aura of Courage. So you and allies within 2 cells cannot be frightened. Okay? Which is great. We're going to have some enemies that can frighten us coming up pretty quick, and we don't want to have that effect take over. So Monk, straight up going to Monk here again. 18 isn't a big level, but superior defense is pretty nice. So as a free action, okay, that means I can take that at any time during my turn and not have to use an action or a bonus action for it. I can spend 3 key points to perfectly bolster yourself against harm for 1 minute or until you become incapacitated. During that time, you have resistance to all damage except force damage. So, as a free action, I can spend 3 key points and basically gain resistance for 1 minute, which is a long time in an extended fight. So it is something good to have. I tend to focus more on the don't hit me type of defense, I guess, by fighting in darkness and that sort of stuff. But if I do have Way of the Shadows up, or Cloak of Shadows up, and I'm moving outside of the darkness, then this can help me mitigate some damage. And last is Warlock. This is going to be Warlock level 14. Okay, and this unlocks Time Warp. Time Warp is kind of like Action Surge, except you gain an additional benefit some additional benefits that Action Surge doesn't allow you to do. Action Surge specifically does not, under 2024 5e rules, sorry, does not let you cast additional spells. So if I had a fighter dip in here, 2 levels of fighter to get Action Surge does not let me cast spells. Now, some DMs will homebrew that out so that Action Surge does allow you to do that, but the rules specifically say that you cannot do that. In 2024, there's a 3rd type of action or a 4th type of action called a magic action, and Action Surge does not let you do that. Time Warp does let you do that. So you're going to see me stack this up. I can cast 5 Eldritch Blasts in a single turn with Time Warp. And you'll kind of see how that plays out as we get into some of these higher level fights that we're going to have, where I stack these spells up on top of each other using time warp. Now, time warp is a once per long rest thing. Okay, so let's head back out. And we will head back to the border. Doesn't matter which way you enter. If you enter through the front line, it's the way we left. If you enter through the war camp, it's the way we first came into this place. The war camp just shortens your travel time inside the camp to get to where she's at. So we need to report to Captain Ashdown here. And for this, you want to drop a save.
Captain Ashdown.
You're back? How'd it go?
It's done. The soldiers in Glendale Castle are going to be hungry.
Oh, you really don't disappoint. So, no trouble on the way?
They had civilian prisoners from your clan.
I see. So, you saved them?
Yes, we did.
Ah, well done. True to your reputation.
Is the general back?
Not yet. Give her some time. The salamander is tough, but her old bones shake in the cold. Get some rest. This is far from over.
Okay, and that additional 5 bonus in reputation.
Do I sense a touch of ambition there?
Don't jump to conclusions.
He's right about one thing. We need a rest.
So that additional 5 bonus that you got for rescuing the prisoners, you would not get if they died during that confrontation. So that's the reason that I did it. Okay, so now we can take our rest.
It's a peaceful night.
At last, our soldiers can certainly use some relief. I wanted to tell you about something. You've seen General Blunt in command?
A true warrior, for sure.
I'm afraid she's not going to give you what you want. Unless you intend to take over the whole of Gallivan.
We don't really have time for that.
My point exactly.
What do you suggest?
The clan needs another chief. Someone who would have the interests of the Alliance at heart. Someone who would honor the Pact of the Claw.
What about holding the front line? The castle?
I would also need your help. But I have a better, more efficient plan, so you won't waste any more time here.
You're not worried that we might tell her about your ambitions?
I'm simply offering you a solution. If you refuse, I'll continue to serve my clan anyway. If you tell her, I'm already dead.
You want to be chief?
You would have my full support at the Parliament.
To be clear, you want us to kill General Blunt?
I know the Salamander is never going to step down. She'd rather die. She must be back now, near the beacon. It's your choice.
Okay, so here's where that ambition of his comes in, and now we have a choice. Kill General Blunt or denounce Captain Ashdown. Now, the choice here is... This is why you want to save at this point right here. Because there are 2 achievements that go along with this. You'll get one for siding with Ashdown, you'll get one for siding with General Blunt. Now, General Blunt, if you kill General Blunt, you have to have a fight out here. This fight is really easy. There's a couple of archers and a couple of troopers, or a couple of soldiers and her. That's it. If you choose to denounce Ashdown, then you have to pass a roll to do it. Otherwise, you have a fight with him, and there are again some soldiers and archers around here that you have to deal with. So I'd recommend saving, doing each one. Now, it's kind of weird in that I sided with Ashdown on my personal playthrough. I'm going to side with Blunt during this playthrough. And as such, I'm going to head over to the outpost. I'm going to have a talk with General Blunt. I am going to save here, just in case I get this wrong.
Oh, you're here? I heard about your mission. Anything urgent? I didn't expect to talk more until the morning.
Okay, so here you can either step down and have the fight, or talk to her about Captain Ashdown.
This can't wait. Captain Ashdown asked us to murder you in exchange for his support as future clan chief.
What?
Don't underestimate the possibility of Sorak corruption.
My most trusted officer. Can you take care of his arrest?
He's your second in command. You don't want to do it yourself?
I have a meeting with my lieutenants. Officers who actually work to win us this war instead of plotting against their general. So no, I won't have time for that now.
You realize he might fight us?
Then so be it.
Okay. She's not the most likable character. So now we have a choice to either arrest Ashdown or kill him. And again, that's entirely based upon a roll here. So let's head down here. We'll drop a quick save. Let's talk with Ashdown.
You're back. Did you take a decision?
And there's why. You saved beforehand. Okay, but we're going to say it's under arrest. We have a persuasion here of plus 17 again. Bards. They're just broken.
We did. We can't support you. You're under arrest for sedition.
You fools! But fine, I won't fight.
So, it's done?
He surrendered. It's not our place to judge and condemn him.
Thank you for your help. Those damn Soraks are trying to do to us what they did on Tiamar. Making us kill each other.
We've seen it many times now.
Anyway, the plans are set for the attack on Glendale Castle. I'll meet you there. Stay in the light, my friends.
Stay in the light.
Now, there is one difference that can be a big difference in the choice that you make. So, if you side with Ashdown, when you get into this next quest here, we're now going to have to go basically invade Glendale Castle. there's a pretty big fight there. And if you side with Ashdown, he'll give you a wand called Snow Sharks. Snow Sharks basically summons 2 snow bullets to fight on your side. You have to stick it in a stump, and there are like 3 or 4 stumps around the castle that you can use to trigger them. Now, you can't control them. They will fight completely on their own, but they are powerful allies to have along with you, and you don't even have to fight. They'll kill everything for you. They're that powerful. So it's kind of cool to see it. Like I say, I did that in my personal playthrough, but I'm not doing it here. So we won't get to see me summon some snow bullets. But we picked up a splendid half plate here as a reward from General Blunt. And that's adamantine half plate. So again, +3 to armor class, which is nice. It's medium armor, so you can see what we're looking at. Critical hits are considered normal. Armor class is set to 18. 15 +3 plus a dex bonus. Okay, so if I look at this compared to Breastplate of the Sand Raven, they're both +3 to armor class. So let's swap this out and see what happens over here. I'm now at 28. Now, what do I lose with the Breastplate of Sand Raven? I lose the resistance to cold. And the other things I don't normally use. But I gain immunity to critical hits with this. And I gain back an attunement slot that I can use for Belt of the Hill Giant Strength, or to gain 29 armor class by reactivating the Sigil Ring of Abjuration. So I have some options here on what I want to do. I'm going to change this now. I'm going to keep the breastplate because that resistance to cold is something that I'm going to need a little bit later. But for now, I'm going to change this out. I also like the look of it. It does look pretty cool here. So I'm going to put back on the Belt of Hill Giant Strength. I need the carry capacity right now, to be honest, more than I do the armor class. But a 29 standing armor class is a little stupid. Yeah, it's a little stupid. So let's take a short rest. We'll redo my attunement. And now I should have a lot more carry capacity available to me. But I will swap that back at some point to the Sigil Ring once I don't need this carrying capacity. Okay, so let's head out. And we're going to head to Glendale Castle. But there was something else. We got a letter from General Blunt here as well.
This is it. Our objective is to capture or kill an enemy general who's hiding in the castle. But first we need to take control of the surrounding area. Once you open the castle's main gate, we'll launch the full assault. Use force or stealth as you see fit.
All right.
Good luck.
Straight true.
Okay, so there's a couple of ways to go about that. Go about doing this. And let's first read the letter. Basically, she's saying it's a piece of armor that I recovered from a corpse of a Gallivan general a few weeks ago. So that's where we got this from. She's just telling us about it. So here, searching out here, we've got a this way, nowhere to go. This way, nowhere to go. So we've got these two directions, and I'm going to go into stealth here. He wants us to take control of the castle's surroundings. You do not have to. And I'm going to take him here, and we're going to go on a little reconnoiter. I don't think there's anything down here. We're going to head over here. And you see this entrance here. This is the secret entrance into the castle. You don't have to take control of the castle surroundings at all. You can skip that and go directly into the castle. Now for us, we don't want to do that. We want the fight and the XP. So I'm going to show you a couple of other things. Okay, here is one of those stumps that if you have the Snow Shark's wand, you can plant it here. This is probably the best location to do it. Because you're inside, basically, when they spawn. Okay, and you're behind everybody. Okay, there's an archmage up here patrolling. There's a cleric down here. There's an archer here. Okay, and you'll see that archmage come back here. Yep. Okay, and the archmage is going to be looking this direction, so you kind of have to be careful about that. Then if you head up here, there's another stump right there that you can place snow sharks in. And then here, you bring your monk over here, you have another way to get into the back. Here. You can open this gate. I don't think I can just pick it. Oh, I guess I can. Okay. And now you can kind of see everybody that's here. So, cleric, trooper, archer, and the archmage. Okay. That's the door that you're going to enter into after this fight is done, or like I say, you can skip this entirely if you want. But like I say, I want the XP. I'm going to make my way around the back here. Okay, and I'm gonna wait for the archmage to turn around. Okay, and now we have access to the archmage here.
Again could hear you.
Okay, and now you see that there's actually more enemies here. You're going to get reinforcements that get drawn out during this. Okay, so it's quite a bit of a fight. There's the other archmage there. So we'll guarantee a kill here.
You lose.
Okay. Here's the cleric. Brian stunning strike the cleric.
A killing blow.
Failed. So 2 kills and 1 stunned enemy on a single turn. A little broke. Okay. Now we're gonna move out here because now they've got some reinforcements that just popped up here. I don't care if I'm seen or not.
Leave it.
I'm gonna cast darkness right here.
Arcana Evo Minure.
Okay. You see, they got a druid and another archer that popped up here.
Curses. My fault.
I don't think I even need to waste smites on anybody here. Okay, Sharon's still hidden. We'll see how long that lasts. I should have moved her over here. Yeah, we'll counterspell that. And Sentinel's gonna proc from Rudi.
That I like.
Okay, now here we need to get rid of the other Archmage. Shield isn't going to save you. And are we going to proc Sentinel again? Okay, well, how bad do I want to showcase this? Got 5 enemies here. I'm gonna drop my own darkness here. Let's go get rid of this trooper.
No quarter given.
Dead. Now my bard is going to drop concentration on darkness. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A modest success.
That spell is so awesome. I mean, look what it's doing. It's so awesome. I love it. Steel Wind Strike for the win. Let's see here.
work. Perfectly executed.
Now, let's get that general of theirs.
Piece of cake?
Okay. So, again, a flawless victory there. That actually worked out really, really well. Steel Wind Strike against enemies who have 20, 30 hit points is just devastating. It's just devastating. So, a Ring of Protection. Nice. Another Scroll of Fireball. And here we're going to again learn a little more about what's happening at Gallivan. And they're saying that the king is acting a certain way, that people don't understand, saying that dwarves and elves are creatures that cannot be trusted. So, again, letting us know that there's some things that don't seem entirely right with the Kingdom of Gallivan right now. And I'm just looking through my attunements. Okay. And most of this is going to be a bunch of crafting stuff out here. There is another chest over there that we definitely want to go get. But yeah, all of those are crafting ingredients. So we'll get Sharon to take the Scroll of Fireball. Bracers of Stunning Strike, where do you have? And let's go back here and loot this chest. Let's drop a quick save before, since this is locked. Oh, we rolled a 1 and we still passed it. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to head in here. We're going to go in cautious mode. We're going to drop another save before we go in. Actually... I wanted to go in the other way. But I don't think it matters. So let's get Sharon off the ground here. You can hear there's some angry things out here. there. Okay, here we go. Now use uncanny metabolism. Okay, so we got 2 kills there out of that.
What went wrong there?
Okay, so I see archers, troopers, there's a cleric, there's the Glabrezu there. We have some Sorakath, Abomination, there's the Gallivan General. Okay, it's really the Glabrezu that you want to worry about. The rest of them are easy. Okay, now most of this area is dark. It's not lit up. So I'm going to use Cloak of Shadows here. I'm gonna move out a little bit. Pretty sure I'll be okay here. Still unlit. Okay, now these two I'm just gonna move out. We're gonna ready melee attack. Not going to be able to see anybody up there.
If you try to be loud instead.
Okay, and this should bring everybody towards me. Glabrezu coming after me. There's the readied action. We're definitely going to smite here.
Truly formidable.
Abomination is going to hold. Yep. The poison spike. Missed. Cleric. The shadow dagger. That thing, I swear. I couldn't get that thing to land if I paid it not to land or to land it. But we'll shift here. Okay, so let's see if we can get rid of it. No. So I'm gonna time warp here. Okay, now if I cast a spell here. Oh, I already used it for malediction. That's right. Oh, he's resistant to fire damage. That's why. Oh, it reset. I forgot. We went into a new area, so it reset my Eldritch invocations. See if that gets me in the darkness or not. It does. I'm definitely going to counter that. Okay, so let's get M up here. To start working on these archers.
No!
No. Yeah. We will do that. Okay, so there's one dead. Oh. I could have sworn I picked Flurry of Blows there. I'm still invisible. Let's move up to here. Nope, that's lit. Doesn't look very lit. That looks lit. This doesn't, but it says that I'm lit in bright light. So this is my Cloak of Shadows is going to disappear here, unless I do that. Let's see if I can actually move this somewhere that obscures everybody. No. Okay, so can't move it anymore, so, and I am lit. So yeah, it's gonna go away. Because I don't have any more movement left on it. So yeah, a couple of mistakes there. I was trying to use Flurry of Blows, so then I could dash, get over here, and get the archer, but everything's just... Yep, so there it went, disappeared. So attack me. Is that gonna proc Sentinel? It does not. That should be enough. Here come the next wave. So now we have a Kratshar. Okay, and the Kratshar's up here.
Victory is mine.
Okay, I'm not worried about the general. Should be enough to get the kill on the cleric.
Reaches out for you.
Okay, and now I'm going to move back one. We'll see if the general comes into one of those two spots. Kratshar is going to cause some damage here, probably. Guessing there's going to be a fireball incoming. Or maybe a gravity slam. Oh, a cone of cold. And he stayed there and shot at me with a crossbow. Interesting. Okay, so let's get the Kratshar taken care of. Can I hit him from there? I can't. Main location set, so radiance on, that's fine.
Solasta Evo! Mommy! Well struck!
If I use it, see if I can move the darkness over there. Okay, and now I can redo Cloak of Shadows. Should be able to kill here.
You didn't get me.
Yeah. Don't think this is going to work on the Abomination, but let's actually move here. Oh. He did get stunned. Nice. Okay. So now here, can I hit him from here? I can. Okay, give me one more. And I hit with a 2. Gotta like it. Little action surge. He's not going to go off the cliff here. I critted.
Nice!
Jeez. That was a boatload of damage. Wow. Okay. Just one. See troopers and archers coming in, cannon fodder. Oh, and I missed the general, of course. So let's move, because all of these troopers and archers are going to be going next. So let's move here. I'd like to get rid of the general, though. If I do this, I'm not going to be able to proc any sentinel. Oh, jeez. Great. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to proc any sentinels when they come running in to attack me, which is unfortunate. Oh, they have to dash to get to me anyway, so doesn't look like it's that big a miss. Disadvantage on the attacks. Okay, so we're getting some Gallivan reinforcements here again. Yeah, looks like more soldiers. Not too worried about the Gallivan reinforcements, to be honest. Oh, we got some help. She brought her troops in now. That's what happened. Yes, she brought her troops in. We should have shots on everybody here. So now let's see what we can do. Our Circle of Death is 8. For some reason I can't see down there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's see if I can go up one more. Now let's see if we can cast that. Okay, we can get 3 out of the 4 there and still miss all of my targets.
Solasta, Evo.
Bravo! Victory is yours!
Okay, so we'll get him now. Casting Flurry of Blows. Doesn't cost him any key points for that. Skirmisher is low hit points, right? Yeah. That should get me a kill.
Impressive.
the archer. Use a maneuver.
Again!
That was a crit. And he failed. He's stunned again.
That's the way.
Look at all the damage. Yeah, another crit. Okay. So we'll go back to melee here.
Viribe. A victory fit for song.
Arcana
Okay, so
Evo.
let's see if we can push him off the cliff.
Palpable
He died straight out anyway. Okay, let's see what our reinforcements can do here. Nice. Well done. Crit. Nice. All right, and I think we get to play cleanup here. Drop 2 on that skirmisher, 1 on that archer, and 1 on that skirmisher, and that might end the fight.
Too slow.
Looks like I must have missed the archer. Yep. Critical miss. Can't see him from there. Alright. There we go. So, a long fight that has a series of reinforcements, but all in all, not really a big deal. Now, we did get fairly lucky with the Kratshar. only getting one spell off. And it was a fairly minor one with Cone of Cold. That's a dexterity save, which I can do pretty well. If it was Gravity Slam or something like that, it would have been quite a bit worse. Okay, so now we're going to want to make sure we pay attention to what we're... Oh, Scroll of Darkness. Nice. +1 mace. Okay, so now this is where the general died. And this is why you do not want to knock the general off into the void. Okay. So he's using a couple of things. He's got a superb great axe, and he's got splendid plate armor. And I can't even loot the rest of that. So let's go down here and we'll identify these.
Arcana Evo Opulus.
We got Imperator.
Arcana Evo Opulus.
And we got the Dragon Plate Armor. So right now is using Plate Armor of Robustness. I'm gonna drop that. Okay, so the Dragon Plate Armor. It's +3 to armor class. Resistance to fire, acid, and poison damage is cut in half, as well as slashing damage, which is huge. Now it is armor class 18. This is full plate. And the +3 to armor class is given after attunement. So I'm going to take off the Cloak of Protection and put on yeah, because I can't take off the Gauntlets of Ogre Power right now because I'm using that to boost my carry weight. So whoops, come back here. Okay, and I can't loot the scale. It's just gonna sit there, I don't care. You can go look at another one of these. This is the 4th one of these that we've seen.
As expected.
It annoys me to still know nothing about these things. We'll find out eventually.
Yes, we will. Okay, so we have another chest there. I think it's here. Yep. And again, we'll want to do a quick save here, but I think this is locked. It is. Oh, we got a magnificent spear. Awesome. Haven't seen this before in the game, actually. I think this is +3. it is. Whoops. Here. I always do like pole arms, so spears +3, don't forget, are versatile weapons. You can use them with a shield. They're thrown weapons as well, which is always really cool. That you can throw something that weighs this much, it can do that much damage. You saw during the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, chucking spears with Karlach, with a tavern brawler barbarian, makes throwing a very, very viable option for causing a lot of damage. Oh, there's a crate over there. Sorry, didn't see that. Okay, so now we'll just head out.
Masterful. I'm impressed. I've never seen such a display of power.
You trying to make us blush, General?
Apologies, I'm rarely humbled by anyone. I didn't foresee that we'd gain the upper hand on the front line after just a few days. Thanks to you, that is now a reality.
We care about peace in the Eastern Kingdoms, but you know why we're here.
I haven't forgotten. And yes, now I'll have the time to come and vote at the Parliament. I'll consider your opinions carefully when it's time to cast my vote.
Thank you.
Stay in the light, my friends.
Okay, and that's going to complete Major Alliance. We're now living legend with the clans here. So let's, and I believe all of these are just crafting ingredients. Yes, they are. Actually, let's move up here first, because I want to look at something. Want to see how close we are. So we're a third of the way. Oh, I've never seen that before, actually. Listing the level progression that I took. Okay, so we're going to leave the area here, but we're going to go back to the Gallivan border first. Cannot travel to it? Well, that's annoying. Okay, well, we're going to get 2 encounters on the way back, I think. I guess the loot I'd probably get from those encounters isn't going to be all that great, so don't think it matters that I won't be able to pick it up. I was hoping to be able to stop off and sell the items before I started the travel back. And I could have dropped some food. That's the biggest thing I've got weighing me down here, but for 1 piece of scale mail, I'm not too worried about it. And it'll show up as a scavenger, or in the scavengers list. Okay, so what do we got? A Remmer has, and 4 Tiger Drakes. Not a problem.
feel my fingertips.
Okay, so where's the rammer has? Right there. Good, we can get up here.
Solasta Encho Minure. Solasta Evo Malmis. You like it?
Okay, so I'm gonna hold off on time warp for now.
Arcana Evo Almis. Modest success.
See if we can get rid of at least
I
one
win
of
again.
those tiger drakes.
Warm clothes, she said.
We're gonna ready a melee attack. I forgot to look at Imperator for you. I'll remember to do that after the fight here. The Remmer has should burrow in. Yep. Oh, he didn't. He stayed there. Oh, that was a mistake.
Viribe. One foe down.
Okay. I'm gonna trigger a couple of move here. He's gonna trigger a couple of opportunity attacks. Okay. So let's cast a spell. It's gonna allow me to quicken it.
Solasta Evo Malmis. Got ya.
So there's one. We'll move up closer. We'll cast another one. Why? It's out of range there? You're kidding me.
Solasta Evo Malmis. Too slow.
That's horrible. Okay.
Arcana Evo Almis.
Kill 'em all.
Oh. That was a big hit. Wow, I guess I knocked him back farther than I thought. Oh, I knocked him down. That's why. Yeah, I knocked him down off of there. Okay, that's why. I was like, why can't I see him there? It's because the repelling blast knocked him down off of this, so he's down here, and I don't have line of sight to his hitbox because of the decrease in elevation. That's what happened. he's going to stay in place again. So let's see if I can get Sharon up high enough. Here we go. Now I can quicken that. And how about we... knock him back. Should give me a kill, I think. Yep. Okay, here's the broken crate. And don't forget to loot the Rimmer has. And this could have a couple of things in it, crafting ingredient wise. Okay, but yeah, chart of fire. And let's see. If Sharon can. Get those crafting. Okay, so Rudi finished. Okay, so 2 ice elementals and an ice golem. And we've seen how to work these out, or how this works before, and we've got the high ground.
What I wouldn't give for a nice fire.
Don't we? Yes. So the 2 elementals are down here. Where's the golem at? He's way, way down there. But monks can traverse the whole map. Okay, Sharon needs to... She's not going to be able to see... Okay, there she can. Don't think it's within range, though. Yeah, range is only 12. So, we won't do that. What we'll do instead... change our invocation to fiery. vulnerable to fire damage.
Got ya. Solasta, Evo, Malmi.
And that'll end him.
That must have hurt.
Oh, and I can't reach. Okay, so that's a waste of time warp. Should have readied up
So cold.
her action there, though. From time warp. Jeez, only hit 2 out of 4.
Good.
More coming your way.
Hopefully we can get a kill here. Nice. Okay, now Sharon should be able to move out here now. I don't think he's vulnerable to fire damage.
Solasta, Evo,
As long as he's not resistant to it, yeah, we're fine.
Solasta, Evo, Malmi. Damn it.
Okay, so knock him back. Knock him back again. And if we can hit. Is he within range? No. So we'll just ready a cantrip attack here.
Well
Knock him
struck.
off the back again. Low rolls.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis. How did I miss?
And we might be able to get a kill here. There we go. Okay. Now, don't think Sharon's going to be able to loot anything up here. But we'll see if there's anything worthwhile in this. There normally isn't. Yeah. She'll loot what she can, but not too worried about it. Once we get into White Rock City, we'll have a cutscene. And okay, so she finished. Should be able to craft. I think we have one more. We have two more actually. Oh, she can't even carry it. We'll see if Rudi can carry it. Yes. Okay, now we should have a cutscene here.
It's done. 5 clan chiefs will come.
Very good.
What about the item, the Guardian?
We have finally located it.
Somewhere in Turvamalin, in an ancient crypt of sorts.
So we're going back there?
Chief Golden Tongue will show you the way.
Oh, so he was elected.
Indeed.
Let's go.
Okay, and that's going to start the Guardian quest.
Hey, we have a new letter from Marshal Sunblaze.
We should write him back. Give some information about what we discovered.
So we picked up a new letter. Okay, just letting us know that hey, he knows what happened with General Blunt, but we have strong suspicions that the royal family there has been replaced with Sorakath, and have no idea where the real king, Jornalis IV, is being held prisoner. Okay, that's going to be something important for us. But first, we're going to head to the Western District. And looks like it's laggy again here in the city. Yep. Don't know why. Okay, so again, we're getting our Living Legend rebate here, so and we're going to be staying pretty close. Bunch of maces +1. And we'll look at Imperator here in a second before we end the stream today. Don't worry. Okay, so we have some miscellaneous items we can get rid of. Okay, so another 6,700 gold there for us. And yes, because I know how close we're going to be for the last set of missions, I'm not saving a whole lot of camp supplies. Okay, and we're going to go buy a couple of items here as well. Magnificent longsword. We don't want to sell that before we ID it. Or that magnificent chainmail. Or that shield. Okay, and last one here. Okay, so before we look at anything else, let's go back in here, and we have some unidentified magical items here. Might as well use our invocation.
Devo, Oculus.
And I think this is the Stone of Fire. Oh, the Charge Red. Yeah, it's basically... We'll look at it here in a second. A longsword +2. This is probably a chain shirt +2. Oh, the chainmail of life Regnan. I forgot about that. And a shield +2. So let's look and see if we have any other unidentified. We do. Okay, and we have the amendment. So first, the Imperator. We didn't look at this. Your strength score is 21 while you're wielding this weapon or attuned to it. Okay, so that's nice. If we compare it to what Rudi is currently wielding with Skull Cleaver, he would be increasing his strength to 21, which would not help his to hit because he's using his charisma modifier as his to hit. So it wouldn't gain us any bonuses to hit here. It would help him with carry weight, but he would be losing the Constitution score of 21 when he's attuned to it. So he would be losing hit points and the ability to cast haste. Now, we haven't used it that much because plainly we haven't needed it, but we're going to need it coming up pretty quick. So the Skull Cleaver is still the best thing I'm going to keep. The 1d12 plus 3 is nice compared to 1d8 plus 3, but it is two-handed, so I'd lose my shield and I'd lose the armor class that goes along with it. And the inflicts Doomblade cut is 1d6 of necrotic damage. It's recurring, and you can save each turn to cancel. So the Imperator is not something that I ever really focus on. I just don't think it's nearly as good as some of the other stuff that I have. So the next thing is the amendment. So the amendment is an item that you can just keep in your belt slot, and it allows you to cast mage armor at will. Okay, now that's interesting. Because I did not get this in my personal playthrough. So right now my armor class is 23. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was wondering if that's what was going to happen or not. Because it drops out my unarmored defense because mage armor counts as armor. It's just a generic type of armor, but it does count as that. So I'll be taking a long rest here anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it. I'll reset that so he gets back his unarmored defense armor class. But here we need to sell off the longsword +2 and the shield +2 and the chainmail of life regnant. So it's heavy armor, which is an armor class of 16, which isn't great compared to the other heavy armors I'm using. And it allows you to cast light, shine, cure wounds, and mass cure wounds. Your cure wounds is 8 times a day. Your mass cure wounds is once a day, but twice on the first day. So it's a good item. It's just not something that is going to work for me. And the last thing that we want to do is, I don't know if it's here or if it's here. We'll look at both. Whoops. Okay, so it's not here. that would use up almost all my gold, wouldn't it? Yeah. And yeah, the charged red corundum that we picked up allows me to cast Conjure Elemental one time. It's consumable. You have charged versions of these that allow you to conjure elementals. You have a Ball of Lightning which casts Chain Lightning, but they're consumable. They're single-use items. Let me check here. And no, it's not here. Okay, so I'm going to go look around a little bit. I'm looking for another bag of holding is what I'm looking for. I believe we've got 2 right now. Oh, we've got 3 right now. Okay, so the only one who doesn't have one is Sharon. But that would give me a little more carry weight. It doesn't really matter at this point because of what we have left in the game. So that obviously is a great spot for us to end today. I'm going to spend a little bit of time off stream doing some cleanup stuff with my inventory. I'm going to check the scavenger board. Actually, I'll just check it right now. The last minute here. And see, we don't have anything else going on here yet. We got 2 days waiting on that. So I'm going to do some off-stream cleanup stuff, and we will get ready for the Guardian. Now, the Guardian is going to take us back to Turvamalin. So, yeah, we can't see the world map here. Back to Turvamalin, which is just right next door. It's going to take us back there, and we're going to pick up an item, and we're going to have a couple of big fights that go along with it. Before we embark upon the final set of fights. So I'm hoping that next week we can finish all of it. But we will see, and we'll play it by ear if we need to have a special live stream to finish this up before we start Solasta 2 or not. So, as always, thank you all for being here. I always appreciate it. I love the interactions that I have with my community, and thank you, Rudi, for being here as a channel member. I certainly do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Because as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.